My dear sisters and children, in today's gospel, we see after the multiplication of bread, Jesus takes the whole control of the situations and allows his disciples to go to Bethsaida. And later, Jesus wishes to reach up to them, but he doesn't take any human effort or human made things help, but he walks on the sea. It is possible because he is the creator of everything, and everything will listen to him, everything will accept him, everything will make him to walk on it. And therefore, Jesus walks on the sea. But unfortunately, when the disciples could see him, they thought it to be a ghost. Many a times we think, many a times, say for an example, even sometimes when at night someone knocks at the door or gate, opens the gate, immediately our thought will go to some thieves or someone who has come to disturb. This is the usual understanding every human being has, that they too had. But Jesus, seeing their condition, and he utters a sentence which immediately removes their fear. Please read St. Mark's Gospel, chapter 6, verse 50.
Take heart, it is I. Do not be afraid.
Yeah. Take heart, it is I, have no fear. So, when God is near, we should not have fear. And therefore, Jesus makes things clear. Even though we can see in the history of the Israelites how God called them. When he called them, he did in front of them mighty deeds. There were problems like mountains. There were in front of them, the Red Sea was there, the river Jordan was there, the wall of Jericho was there, the mighty man Goliath was there, and the 400 prophets of Baal was there. But everything God did he destroy them? God did destroy them. Therefore, he said to them, take heart, it is I, have no fear. Whatever may be our situation in our lives, when God takes control of our lives, we should not fear, and we should feel the presence of God everywhere. One of the things we should teach our children, the presence of God. When the presence of God is everywhere, we know the presence of God. God, we call it God as omnipresence. Omnipresence means God is everywhere. And therefore, only in Matthew's Gospel, chapter 28, verse 20, the last words of Matthew's Gospel, Jesus is promising his presence. Please read. And remember,
I am with you always.
I am with you always. Jesus has promised that will be with us always. And Jesus, how does Jesus present with us always? He is present with us. He is present with us through all the sacraments and especially through the Eucharist, which we celebrate every day. And in our tabernacle, Jesus really present through his presence, through his body. He is ever present with us. And Jesus is present with us through the poor. And that's why Jesus identified himself. And that's why he said, when I was naked, when I was in prison, when I was sick, when I was hungry, well, so Jesus identified with the people who were hungry, who were naked, who were in prison, who were sick. And therefore, Jesus' presence can be felt through the poor, and Jesus' presence can be felt in our daily life. Unless we don't feel Jesus in our daily life, it will be very difficult to carry out our activities and responsibilities. If I don't feel the presence of Jesus in the school, it will be very difficult for me to carry out work all alone. It will be really difficult. I don't mean that I'm all alone, all my staffs are there, all my students are there, but with the presence of God, it is very easy to carry out. Even if any problems comes, first place it to God, place it to Jesus. If we feel the presence of Jesus, then certainly God will work miracles, and He will say to each one of us, take heart, it is I, have no fear, because I am very near to you. So therefore, let us always feel the presence of God in all our difficulties. If God can remove, He can make division in Red Sea, if He can make division in the River Jordan, if He can fall of Jericho to fall, if He can kill Goliath through David, through only one a small pebble, how can God work in our lives miracles? Therefore, let us feel the presence of God only during the time of difficulties. Every time. Let us feel the presence of God always and everywhere and every moment of our life. Amen.